So today's clip is from cemetery, place we visit often. Sadly, we've just arrived, and we haven't had a new. We had a new arrival at the cemetery in July, which was the first one we've had for quite a long time, and then we have just arrived, and there's another. There's a new. You can see. There's a new little boy arrived, which always makes me feel extremely sad because they're just starting their journey, and I remember it very well. So, yeah, it's not good. We've got Nora with us, as you can see. We've got Nora. She's got her wellies on. We've still got some with no headstones, and then we're around to Billy's. I don't know how do you, can you switch this round when you're like recording?
Sure.
You should be able to, shouldn't you? Can't do it. Anyway, I'll give you a little. Let me see if I can do this. There's Billy's. So, by cemetery standards, we are really lucky to have this cemetery just a few miles away from our home. It's a children. It's a much larger cemetery. It's a private cemetery, so it's always neat and tidy and well looked after. And I generally feel at peace when I'm here. I spend quite a lot of time here, sometimes more than others. Nora's in the background. Some people visit their children often, others don't at all, and that's fine because everybody deals with their process, the grieving process, differently. We've all got different needs and different ways in which we find some kind of peace, and I find my peace here. Most of the time I'm here on my own. Today I'm with Nick and Nora. You probably hear in the background, she's running wild somewhere. Oh, there we go. She's got her wellies on, which she calls her lellies, and that's all she'll wear at the moment, so quite fitting considering how wet the grass is. So I'm pretty anal with what's next door, keeping Billy's area tidy. As you can see, I'm just about to change the flowers, which I bought some locally off a lady in Winsford, where I live. She's got a little stall on our market, so I'm just going to take all these out. I do change flowers quite regularly because the weather can affect them. What I'm just doing, well equipped with my Costco cloths, which are multi-purpose. Surprising actually, because I know my mum came yesterday. She's normally a bit OCD about keeping the headstones clean, but I don't think the weather was very good yesterday, so she's probably just kind of come, and so we just give the little headstone a wipe because it can get just a little bit dirty with the weather and dusty. Not so much in the summer, but the winter is approaching. I generally don't visit as much in the winter because I don't find it as calming. I don't find it as peaceful. I think, it's always very grey, the trees, the leaves, everything's all feels very sad. So we kind of collect things as we go. So we've got little things that, like this little thing here, that we collect when we're on holiday. We've got little like these brickhead things, which are kind of Lego brickheads, which are kind of pertinent to his age, what he would be now, or he'd be 10. We've got these little pop figures that I think Disney make. Florence chose a new one, which I'll put down, which is over here, which is almost like kind of not very boyish, but nevertheless his sister chose it, so it will be placed there. We've got Star Wars ones, we've got, you can see that light's not very good, Superman, all the usual stuff. And then I'm going to fix that, put the rabbits back. Often things get broken, not through vandalism or anything like that, just through the weather, particularly through the autumn and the winter, the frost bite, everything like that, all means that most things aren't weatherproof. There are a few things that we collected, like these, you can see them down here, these wooden tulips that we got when we were in Amsterdam last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year. And I painted them with all-weather varnish, but they're kind of coming to the end of their life now, so you kind of come to accept the things that you buy and things that you put here, that, I don't know why this is a stupid thing, will get broken, not through vandalism, just through Mother Nature, particularly if we have bad winters. Snow, frost causes things to break, and you learn to not be upset by that, because that's just the way the world is. I notice if anybody's been, if anything new has arrived, I've noticed this has arrived, which I think was probably my mama yesterday. Let's unhook it. There's a nice little bauble with crystal, like all different like little beads and stuff in, which is very pretty. So we hang that there. Christmas time, I have a whole bag of stuff, which anyone that's friends with me on Facebook knows that I come around December and change everything, put all this Christmas stuff out. By cemetery standards, this is a really nice place to be. My nan is here, and my granddad over there, my Nana Nora, who my Nora is named after. She comes. Where are we? Who's that?
Nori.
Nori. Is it Billy?
But Nori.
They Billies.
Billy.
Billies. Are we tidying up? We changed his flowers. Yeah. So part of life, I wouldn't say part of routine, because that makes it sound like there's some mundanity around it, and there definitely isn't. I thankfully don't need to use my shears today, because the grass has kind of stopped growing, but I do often come on a Sunday night, particularly in the summer when it's light, quite late on, there's nobody here, and some people don't visit, which is perfectly fine, but it's important to me that the cemetery looks nice and is kept well, so I trim everybody's grass, which I've got these battery powered trimmers. Where are they, Nick? Oh, they're in the car. I won't show you them, but basically I think I get about an hour, maybe just over an hour's worth of charge on them, so I keep going until I've done as much as I possibly can. So you can see how many have we got here now. So we've got the new baby, so in 10 years, but Nora, no, Nora, no, that's Erin's. Nora, Nora, that's Erin's. Yeah, I'm sure Rachel will appreciate you looking at it. Yeah, Erin was the first one here. Then I think we had Logan, then I think we had Libby, then I think we had Daisy, Holly, and then it was Billy. So Billy was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in this cemetery 10 years ago. And since then we have had, what have we got now, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 in 10 years. And this is just in our cemetery, which you can see is, you know, it's just so like beautiful. So there's your kind of, you've got our children's bit here. If I turn it around like that, it's probably easier. You've probably all seen pictures, so you can see that it kind of goes round in a semicircle. Billy's just there on the end of the semicircle, and then it goes all the way down. Logie Bear's down there, which is one of my sister's friends, Hayley, who lost her baby last year. Last year. And I don't see her often, but I know she's obsessive as me with the grass, because I never have to trim Logie Bear's grass. Everyone else's needs is I keep on top of. So yeah, this is just part of our life. We've come now today to replace his flowers, which we've done. See down here, some nice blue ones, because the ones that we had all kind of like faded and just, yeah, they've been there since the beginning of the year. Weather just wrecks them. I normally go wild in IKEA or HomeSense or somewhere, just looking for some to replace, but these blue ones I got from a local lady that does it as a hobby. She works on Winsford Market, and she's super nice, and yeah, so I'll be going to her a lot more, I think. We'll become busy mates. So yeah, it's a quick clip today. Billy's birthday. This is part of our normal, certainly part of my normal. Nick doesn't come as much as me, which is fine, that's up to him, it's his choice. Florence likes to come, and Elsie, because they get to run round because there's just so much free space. There's also a woodland section, so this is where adults are laid to rest in woodland. So there's no headstones, nothing like that. They're put in kind of special coffins that are like biodegradable, and the whole thought is that they become part of the earth, I guess, part of the world, the foundation of the world moving forward. When Alan, the owner of the cemetery, set the woodland up, he didn't anticipate how popular it would be. And it got full really quickly, and he's had to extend it. And there's a nice little walk around there that you can kind of do in a loop if it's nice weather. I sometimes do it if I've got Nora with me on my own, or the kids like to do it. But there are some rules around there, so you can't have like any kind of plastic or things, you know, like we've all got these things outside of our garden. You can't have any of that there. It's very much nature, being with nature, and moving into the next whatever happens after life with nature and as part of the foundation of the earth. So yeah, that's nice. My nan's up there. I can see her headstone from here with my granddad. Yeah, normally visit her, give her a tidy up. There's no grass in the adult areas that needs to be cut. That's done by the cemetery. So I am mainly appointed by myself the cemetery maintenance personnel. That nobody knows that I've appointed myself that, but I definitely have, because I quite enjoy it. I don't want Billy's neighbours to be untidy, and I also appreciate that for some people they don't find peace coming to a cemetery. So at the same time, if they do ever visit, I want to make sure that it's not all overgrown for them, and you know, it looks okay. So two reasons there, one personal and one for, you know, kind of being in a similar position, being a bereaved parent. I would hate to come and see all my stuff overgrown and, you know, not cared for. So I try to just kind of be respectful, cut around where I can, keep it tidy, for the sake of the cemetery, really, for the sake of everybody that has to come here. And unfortunately, it looks like we've got 2 more new joiners over the last couple of months, which is yeah, sad, because they're at the start of their journey and we're 10 years in. I wish I could give them hope that it gets easier. I really wish I could, but I can't, because you learn to live with it, you learn to manage your emotions, but it doesn't get easier, because you lost the baby, you grieved the baby and the dreams and the life that you'd imagined, but then you have the cruelty of not knowing who that child would have become. So today I remember holding Billy as a baby, and I have no idea what he would look like now, what his hair would be like, what colour his eyes would be, what his voice would sound like, what his personality would be like, and that's just like a constant thing that bereaved parents have to deal with. I mean, there's some children were passed away much older, that these are not all stillbirths. So some of them are, some of them not. We've got one here, Libby, who was age 9. I think she had some, I think it was a very sudden death, kind of like sudden, unexplained heart, undiagnosed heart condition. Logan, he was born sleeping. Erin, who I know a lot of people know, Rachel is Erin's mum, and she's done a lot over the last 11 years since she lost Erin. So she lost Erin at age 8 in 2008, and of course now she lives with seeing all of Erin's friends go through high school and finishing school, doing the GCSEs, their A-levels, going on to uni. It's all stuff that we miss as bereaved parents, that we live with, attempt to live with, as a constant reminder. And that's the reason you can never truly be at peace, because you're always wondering and questioning what that person would be like today. So that's my clip for today. I'm going to go off and spend some time with Nora now, and yeah, ponder. Today's a day of ponder. I think it's more peaceful than yesterday. The weeks in the run up to Billy's birthday are more anxiety than anything else. Once the day arrives, it's more peaceful. And then, yeah, I kind of, until the point that we had his funeral, this kind of cycle lingers, and then after that, I kind of get back into my normal rhythm of life most of the time. So yeah, that was my clip for today, with a little feature from Nora, and hopefully I'll be on to my next clip tomorrow.